she was always competitive right from the outset, and then she kept improving, and I think that's the key for good horses. It's not what they show in their first or second start, it's what they then build towards showing, and that's what has excited us the most.
He's down Joliestar. She is a star in the making.
She's 4 years old. She's only had 8 starts. You haven't rushed her. You've looked after her.
Yeah, we have, and that's the beauty of having good, patient owners that understand racing and respect a grand plan. So that's Brendan and Joe and Mr. Plumtree.
Chris will make that decision, and we'll just go with that, whatever he makes the plan for her going forward. So, I mean, it's exciting when you have those choices.
He'll decide, and he'll decide the best path for her. And,
He's got a plan.
you know, we're very lucky to have her in such a good stable. We've got obviously James, and he's got a good team around him, and we're just fortunate to be, you know, live that dream like everybody else. You know, it's great.
That's great to have owners like that.
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, our team are proud of it. And yeah, they need to know that for their horse 365 days a year, and whether it be suggesting a horse runs in Everest. I try and stay out of the Everest people deciding what horse, but I certainly give my opinion to both sides. So I think what they wanted was horse comes first. If I think she's good enough to run in an Everest and run top 3, then we take that option, and are backing our judgment, my judgment, to know that the horse can bounce back and go into the race fresh, which I certainly think she can.
You've won the Everest a couple of times, once with a precocious 3-year-old colt, another with a hardened veteran of the turf in Nature Strip. A mare's never won it, but why can't that happen?
That's right, it certainly can, and it will only be a matter of time. I guess maybe hasn't been many running it, and that's why I think getting the Group 1 status will just be the fitting part of the race, the missing part of the race, because yeah, it is important that mares get Group 1s next to their name. So Joliestar's got it, and let's hope she gets another Group 1 next to her name with the Everest.
Second up, she was third in Shirako. It was a bustling sort of race, probably a good learning experience for a young horse like her.
Yeah, it wasn't the outcome we expected, but I think that's horse racing. You don't go into races being too confident, and it just shows you how little things can work against you, and all of a sudden you don't win the race. So again, facts and figures and distance and giving away ground suggested the run wasn't as bad as we first thought, and that gave us the confidence to speak to the owners and say, look, we think she's good enough to not only run in the race but be very, very competitive in the race, and we should look at getting a slot. And obviously my people behind the CWR spot we're keen to know what we think, because it's worked well in the past with Nature Strip and yes. So yeah, it's good to be able to bring people and like-minded people together, and we buy quite a few horses off Cambridge Stud, and I think they saw that as a positive, as other trainers do. But we're fortunate enough to have a slot. They've got the horse, and we've teamed up and formed a partnership for this year's Everest.
How confident are you, if everything's good on the day, that Joliestar can be in that finish?
I'm pretty confident, as confident as I get. I think the more you set you up, the bigger you fall, and it's a massive race. So we try not to get too involved in, we're definitely going to win, or we're definitely going to run top 3. There's one goal, and that's to get her to the races in the best shape possible, without overtraining her, without worrying about how much the race is worth, but just getting her to the race in the best shape possible.